Alright, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to all of you Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. This is your brother Shamar coming back with another lesson, and it's going to be another video geared towards the coronavirus, because, that's just the main thing going on right now, and it's just more and more information coming out and different things exposing it. And I wanted to show this little cartoon from The Simpsons that actually showed pretty much what they was going to do. So letting you know that this is something that was planned, not something that's just happening by a coincidence, so to speak. All right, to at least actually plan for this thing that, stuff like this to happen. All right, just like with the Kobe Bryant situation, you had the little cartoon clip years prior to him dying in the helicopter, and so many other scenarios, 9/11 and what so far and so on. Esau always throw it out there before he does these things. All right, so I'm gonna play this video right here, and then touch on the article too that recently came out dealing with somebody who had to be quarantined out here in California as well, dealing with the coronavirus. All right, so I'm gonna play this video real quick, and then get the article and hit some precepts.
Gotta get a juicer. Gotta drink juice, lose weight, won't get chest pain from answering the phone anymore.
You see, it's coming from Japan or China. Googles.
Please don't tell the supervisor I have the flu. I've been working with a shattered pelvis for 3 weeks.
Oh, my juice loosener's never gonna come.
Hey, Dad, this came for you in the mail.
Mother, get an extra special hug ready. I bought you a new juicer. Good Lord. Flu germs entering every orifice in my head.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
What the?
The dreaded Osaka flu has hit Springfield with over 300 cases now reported. Now over to Arnie Pie with Arnie in the Sky.
Route 401 is going around and around and around and around and around. And look out at the corner of 12th and Main because I'm going to be sick. Whoop.
Okay, Mr. Sun, give me what you got.
98.6. You're fine. Now hurry up or you'll miss your bus. Maybe you better take that temperature one more time.
But you see how they showed you basically in that clip. It actually literally came from out there in their country, all the way out here, and then it started spreading person to person. Yet it originated out there, and with them gooks. All right, just like what's going on now, they're having a mass epidemic down there of everybody catching it out there, and a lot of people are dying. And now what? You got these fucking goose coming out here, spreading that shit everywhere, man. And then it's like the same scenarios. It touched down out here, then it's gonna go from person to person, all this other stuff. It could easily do that, just like it showed in this in the show, in a little cartoon show. Nonetheless, like I said, Esau, he always plans these things prior to them happening. I don't know how old. Oh, well, it say right there, 27 years ago. So this is showing you that, like I said, nothing happens by coincidence. All right, I'm gonna read a quick scripture real quick, and then jump into the article like I mentioned. So this is 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. It says, "Woe is me, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days?" And that's right, man. And the reason he was saying that is because that's how bad it's going to be. And we are living in those days that he was talking about. Who shall deliver me in those days? So it was actually so bad, the things he was seeing, he was like, that's what he was thinking about. How are you going to get out of it? How are you going to be delivered from the things going down? And these are the days that we're living in, actually, the days where he was seeing these things, man. All right. Continuing on, it says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. And this is what's going to happen, man. All right, this is what's going to take place out here in America, man. All right, it's going to be sorrows and great mournings. All right, the beginning of famine. Famine's on the way here. All right, it ain't going to just be pestilence out here. People getting sick with all type of different diseases and whatnot. All right, it's going to actually be a famine out here, man. People starving to death. And that's, the scriptures say that's the worst way to go out, man. And it's actually going to be people going out in that fashion. All right. And it said great death, man. Just like out there in China. All right. They got a great death out there happening from the coronavirus, and those things are coming here, man. To Babylon. All right. All type of different plagues where it's antibiotic resistant and all these super bugs and this and that out here, man. It's going to be real bad for you people out here, man. All right. And it's just the beginning of it, man. All right. It's at the beginning of it. So when these things start to take place and the mass death is happening, that's just the beginning of it, man. And these things ain't fully kicked off yet, man. Yet they're right around the corner from happening. All right. We continuing on. It says the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Yeah, man. And these are the times that we are in. Like I was saying, man. You got the doomsday clock being moved closer. All right. Well, World War III could break out any second. You had them Iran shoot missiles over there on I think a U.S. embassy out that way. All right. And these evils are coming, man. But we know what we're going to do. All right. We're going to lean upon Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and have faith that He's going to deliver us and keep us from all these things that are coming upon this place, man. All right. I was listening to one brother that did a video about a dream he had, saying that these people, they was over here getting plagued with all type of pestilence and stuff, but him and his family was cool. All right, basically. And that's how it's going to be, pretty much. The elect men, the 1/3, we're going to be safe from these coming pestilences and evils that are coming here, man. While everybody else out here is getting plagued and all that, we're going to be good. Just like in I Am Legend, everybody was over there getting mutated and turning into that weird shit. But he was the only one that was cool, Well, this was like a small handful of people that was cool. And that's basically how it's going to be around this time, when that plague starts spreading and all. All right, famine, great death going on. It's only going to be a small portion of people, a small remnant of people who actually are going to be making it through these things and they're going to be maintaining through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. But so the next thing I wanted to go into is right here. This article. It says CDC issues mandatory quarantine for first time in more than 50 years to Wuhan passengers in California. And you catch that, first time in more than 50 years, man. All right, so this is something that never happens, yet they had to do it because that's how bad this stuff is getting, man. All right. So I'm going to read a little bit of it. It says U.S. health officials have warned 195 Americans evacuated from Wuhan, China, taking the rare step of issuing a mandatory order for the first time in more than 50 years to help contain an outbreak of a new coronavirus that spread to roughly 10,000 people across the globe. CDC, under statutory authority of the HHS Secretary, has issued federal quarantine orders for all 195 passengers. Director of National Center for Immunization and Respiratory Diseases said on a Centers for Disease Control and Prevention conference call with reporters Friday. While we recognize this is an unprecedented action, we are facing an unprecedented public health threat. So all these things that have been going on, and you notice that since last year, all the things that have been happening are unprecedented. This being basically never happening in 50 years, the doomsday clock moving closest it's ever been, period, to reaching midnight. All these different scenarios that have been going on they're all unprecedented, but yet these are the days that we're living in, man. All right, the beginning of sorrows, great death, famine, pestilence, all of these different things taking place, and these are the days that we are in. All right. Continuing on, it says Trump administration officials later said they were issuing mandatory quarantines for any U.S. citizens who have visited Hubei province, where Wuhan is located, in the last 14 days. Travel restrictions were also being issued for anyone who visited elsewhere in mainland China over the previous 2 weeks. The administration plans to deny entry to foreign nationals who pose a risk of transmitting the virus in the U.S. Administration officials said at a news conference a few hours after the CDC's call. Any U.S. citizen returning to the United States who has been in the Hubei province in the previous 14 days will be subject up to 14 days of mandatory quarantine to ensure they're provided proper medical care and health screening. Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar said the new coronavirus, which was discovered about a month ago, can spread before symptoms show. Citing a new report from the New England Journal of Medicine, the illness is quickly spread throughout mainland China, with 7,000 new cases confirmed over the last week and at least 213 deaths. World health officials previously said the virus is transmitted through human contact in droplets released by coughing, sneezing, even by touching surfaces with germs. And that's exactly how it spread in that Simpsons cartoon, right? The dude, he opened the package, the package was open, and then, the Moabite goop, whatever, he coughed or whatever in a box, and then that's basically what was going on in everybody's package, because everything is shipped from out there, So when they opened the packages, what happened? Boom, all the germs basically hit them, and they caught it, and then it started spreading and hitting everybody out here. Yet it shows you that the elites, they put these things out there before they let them happen. All right. Continuing on, it says the last time U.S. health officials issued a mandatory quarantine was in the 1960s during a smallpox outbreak. We are preparing as if this were the next pandemic, and that's the same pandemic is what the name of the Netflix show is that shows you about all the different type of outbreaks going on throughout the globe. All right. But continuing on, it says pandemic, but we are hopeful still that this is not and will not be the case, she said, adding that the tests for the virus aren't foolproof. This is a very serious public health situation, and CDC and federal government has and will continue to take aggressive action to protect the public. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Oh, I'll just read those little two sections. It says the virus has demonstrated the capacity to spread globally. This is a very serious public health situation, and CDC and federal government has and will take aggressive action to protect the public. So who knows what they're going to do? They say they'll take aggressive action, so that could be anything, It says CDC officials said that they do not recommend the use of face masks, adding the risk of the virus to the American public is still low. Please do not let fear or panic guide your actions. So they telling you to not wear a face mask, but then if somebody has it and they cough your way, you breathe it in, you got it. It literally don't make no sense. But anyway. Yeah, that just shows you, like I said, the times we're in, all right? You seen it in the little cartoon clip that I had just played. All right, these things are happening, man. All right? And like I said, these are all the beginning of the sorrows, man. These are the times that we're living in, man. The beginning of the sorrows, great judgment coming down. All right? A lot of judgment just happening in general, man. All right? And this next scripture I want to read in Matthew 24, because this is bracking up those great sorrows as well. It's a precept for showing you, referring to the great sorrows. It says, Matthew 24:6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. This is all we hear about all the time in the news. All right. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Yeah, the end is not yet, even though we've been hearing of all these wars and different scenarios, things going down out there in the Middle East with Iran, with Russia, this and that. You know, the end is not yet, though, you know. All right. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And these are all the things that are taking place now. All right. The famines haven't hit here yet. All right, but they're on the way. They're happening across the globe, though. All right, famines, earthquakes, and pestilences. All right, and the pestilences and famine is headed here to Babylon, man. All right, a lot more plagues are headed here to Babylon, and they're not going to be turned back, man. All right, a lot of judgment is getting ready to take place here in America, man. All right, and verse 8 said, all these are the beginning of sorrows. So when these things start to happen, man, this is all the beginning of sorrows, and it's not going to be the beginning of sorrows for us, man. It ain't talking about it being the beginning of sorrows for us, man, because this is what we're looking forward to. We want this to happen, all right? We want these places to go down. We want the pestilence and plagues to come, because why? That just means we're that much closer to the return of Yahweh Shai, man, all right? To this place going down and us inheriting our kingdom, getting out of here. So we're for all these things happening because we know that they must happen, all right? They must come to pass, all right? Yeah, it's going to be the beginning of sorrows for these people out here in the world, because they don't have hope in anything. They don't believe in anything, a higher power, all right? Any higher power they claim to believe in is you just basically worshiping Esau, you know, some bugged out Christianity doctrine, all right? So when all these things happen, they're going to be very sorrowful, man. They're already sorry now. So, you know, you don't really see too many people happy and, you know, upbeat, all that. But this is going to be the beginning of sorrows for all these people in the world, man. All right? Because we don't love this world in the first place. So this is going to be the beginning of sorrows for all these people, man. We know these things are coming. All right? We're looking forward to these things happening. All right? And it's coming sooner than later, okay? And so I just wanted to go into that real quick because I seen that that cartoon clip on social media, but the page that posted it, of course, you know, it got took the post got took down, so I had to find a clip on YouTube, and then you know, a brother sent that article, and they just go hand in hand. So you know, I had to hook that up and do a lesson on it. All right, but it just shows you, like I said, that these things that happen, they're never a coincidence. You know, 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10, it was planned by Esau, man. All right. Hey, so with that, you know, Lord's will is edifying. I'm going to wrap up. Give all praises again to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, and Shalom to all the Akim out there preaching this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.